Hi everyone, this is mischloss, Life According to Maria. Welcome back to another recipe episode. I just love putting up my homemade recipes that have been handed down through our family, especially on the Italian side, and of course we have also some Jewish recipes, but today we are going to focus on a wonderful Italian dish called chicken cacciatore. This is definitely a staple in our family. We make it probably at least once every 6 to 8 weeks, maybe a little more, just depending on the mood. It's easy to do. It does take about 40 to 45 minutes to complete, but trust me, your family is going to love it, and it is going to be worth every minute of your time preparing this dish. So let's get started. Alright guys, here are the ingredients that you're going to need to have on hand to complete this recipe. It's very basic ingredients, nothing outlandish, so let's get started. You're going to need 1/3 cup of olive oil. You're going to need 1 large, 1 small can of tomato sauce and 3 tablespoons of paste. You're going to need 1/2 an onion chopped, about 4 garlic cloves, and these can be either crushed in the garlic crusher or finely chopped. Fresh mushrooms, chopped, about 1/3 cup. For chicken pieces, I chose legs and also wings. I chose 2 packages of this, probably about a pound, pound and a quarter each package. This is enough for 4 people. You might have to adjust for the meat if you are having more than 4 servings. I'm using sea salt and black pepper. I usually use about a palm size of salt and pepper to taste. You will also need oregano and basil leaves. I usually use, again, about a palm size for the oregano, and then for the basils I go ahead and sprinkle it on the top. You can of course adjust to taste for these spices. Alright, add your oil, your onions, and your garlic to the bottom of the pan and saute for a few minutes until the onions are kind of sweaty and see-through. Next, go ahead and add your meat in there, and you are going to need to brown the meat. Just kind of keep turning them on top of the onion and the oil until all the skin is nice and brown. There's not a lot of pink around it. Doesn't have to be well cooked or anything, just browned. Depending on how much meat you are using, if it's over 4 servings, you might need to do the browning in 2 batches. Just do the first batch, take out some of the meat, and then put in the other meat and brown it. While I am actually browning the meat, I set the stove around 6, 7, and there's the flame there, just so you know how high the flame is. On gas, you will need to adjust for electric. Keep turning the meat until it browns well. This is my start time, about 6:32, and here it is about 6:36, 4 minutes later, and I'm continuing to look at it. It's starting to brown up really nicely. Everything is going well, and I keep turning the meat, and it should be done in a couple of more minutes. Once the meat is browning up nicely, go ahead and start to add your tomato sauce. As I said, it's 2 cans here, so I'm adding in the first can, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the second can, and then on top of that we will be adding the 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. This all goes in, and then we're going to basically make sure all the chicken is covered and blended nicely for the cook-up. Remember that if you are using more than 4 servings of meat, go ahead and add an extra can maybe a smaller can of tomato sauce. The main thing is that the chicken is nicely covered with the sauce throughout the cooking process. Once everything is blended, I'm adding the 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. So this is going in next after the tomato sauce. There that goes. And just nicely heaping, get it in there. And then start to stir it in there nicely, just gently all around within the sauce. Make sure there's enough all over the pot. Just take your time and dissolve it in there. It's going to add a wonderful blended flavor to the sauce. Once it's all blended in, I'm still keeping the stove at about number 7 on the flame, low to medium flame. And there it is. It's kind of percolating there, so you can see it's a slow percolation. And it's about 6:40 right now, so I'm starting the process of the actual cooking time. And this is where I'm going to be adding my salt and also my other spices, the oregano and the basil. Those are going to be put on top of the sauce now. That's how it's looking. And just stirring it in very well and blending it. And there it is cooking up with all the spices in it. It's about 6:49 at this time. And it's getting a nice little percolation on it. And I have lowered it down now to about a 4. So this is where all of the meat is cooking slowly. The sauce is blending slowly. Everything is just making love to each other, as they say. I am going to put a cover on top, but leaving the lid a bit open with the wooden spoon so it gets enough air in there, and just keep cooking away. It's now 7:21 and I keep stirring it every about 10 minutes, I would say. You really should go ahead and gently just stir the pot, just lift the chicken around just to make sure nothing's burning. Again, if you have the stove as low as I do, that really shouldn't be a problem, but you never know. It's prudent to go ahead and just keep stirring it every, approximately 10 minutes while it's cooking away, and then put the lid back on it. This is the time that I'm also adding the mushrooms. The 1/3 cup mushrooms are in there now, and that's just added in the last really 15 minutes. You don't need to overcook the mushrooms. You can tell that the sauce is coming out beautifully the way it's coating the wooden spoon. That's the type of sauce that you want. It just should be absolutely coating a wooden spoon beautifully and smoothly. This is about the time to get your pasta on. We are using just some organic whole wheat pasta, penny ricotta, and we've got that boiling. It's now about 7:22. So once the pasta is done, the chicken is done. You can probably shut the chicken now in about 2-3 more minutes, and that'll be it, and you will be done, ready for your meal. Congratulations, guys. You have now made chicken cacciatore. There it is with the penny pasta underneath it and the chicken on top with the wonderful sauce. Tried to take as many pictures as I could, plating it up. And there it is, all gorgeous. And we've paired it with a Clos de Bois Merlot. I think a darker wine is better for chicken cacciatore. It's a hearty meal. So definitely, if you are having wine, have a darker wine with this meal. So that's the end. I hope you enjoy your meal. Buon appetito, as they say in Italian. Please subscribe and comment below and let me know how it turned out for you. Please give it a thumbs up if you like this, and let me know if you need me to put more recipes on. I'm trying to put as much of my family recipes as I can remember to do at the time that I'm cooking it. I love you guys very much. Have a great holiday season, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Love to all.